Hey, what up, fellow YouTubers? It's Marky Mark the Car Guy, and today I've been having a lot of questions about my first video that I made about the Subaru BRZ and the Scion. And I pointed out on the back of the Subaru BRZ that there is a little spoiler in the back, but it's so low that it doesn't really do anything. It's pointless to have it. And a lot of people are just like, oh, why is it pointless? What is a spoiler? All those kind of general questions. And so I want to make it clear what a wing is. Like right here, this is a wing. Well, it's like half a wing. I'll explain it later. And here's a spoiler. Here's like a wing spoiler thing going on. This is a wing. And I'll tell you later why this is a wing and the other one isn't. But first, let's get into it. So the introduction of the car spoiler. I'm not talking about wings here, I'm talking about spoilers. The ones, and the spoiler's categorized as basically like a piece of metal, one piece of metal that is 1/2 to 2 inches above the rear deck lid of your car. So this is a spoiler. And they were introduced in the mid to late 1960s when the 1966 Dodge Charger came out, and it had a flat nose and long sloping roofline. And at high speeds, this is back when they were just racing production cars in NASCAR, and so when they were trying to race it in NASCAR, they realized that because of that design, the car became very unstable at high speeds. And because of this, they went to NASCAR and said, hey, you guys are very smart, I guess. You need to come up with a solution for this and let us know what we can do. That's still in the regulations. You need to make a new regulation for Dodge racers so we can fix this problem. And they came back with saying that, like I said before, you're allowed to have one piece of metal 1/2 to 2 inches above the rear deck lid of your car. And years after doing this, they started doing more and more tests and all that kind of stuff. Not nearly as scientific as it is today, but they kept doing more tests, and they realized that having this little, well, this is called a dovetail, but I'll get into that later. But having a spoiler traps the air under the deck lid and creates downward force on the rear tires, giving racers at that time more traction and stability. Yeah, this guy's a spoiler wing going on. I don't know. I guarantee that's just for looks, but I mean, you can do whatever you want. Spoilers for automobiles are constantly confused with wings. So here's a wing. See how it's above? Okay, I'll explain that later with that picture. But here's a wing. So you need to buy a wing that's above the body of your car, because how wings work is, well, it's designed to lessen the effect of drag by generating downward force as air passes around the wing and does not disrupt any airflow patterns. So it has to be above the car, because it doesn't. So there's air turbulence coming all down through here, and what this does, it kind of kicks off of here and makes downward pressure on these back tires. And what a wing needs is it needs to go above this top right here. I think the STI is next. Oh no, okay. So see how it doesn't go quite above the top. So it's only like a half. It's like a half wing. It needs to go above the top of his body, or it's not going to do as much as you would want. Like right here, that's really good, because so air turbulence is coming down here, and you need to not affect that. So you need to have air coming over here and hitting the wing. So, and they're mounted on. They're a lot bigger than spoilers. Generally, unless they're just for looks, then they can be whatever size. But if you're using them for performance, they are much bigger than spoilers, and are mounted on pedestals or brackets that are way above the, or they don't have to be way above, but are above the body of the car. This is the body, like the roof. And a spoiler like this that you see right here works by altering the flow of downward force. No, sorry. A spoiler works by altering the flow of air over the body of the car, reducing the lift generated by the vehicle as air passes over it. So what it does is it basically, here's kind of one right there, I guess. So here's a wing, and air, like I said, goes above it. But what a spoiler does is it uses the air, and so a wing is trying to get out of the turbulence of the air coming over the back of the car, where spoiler uses that turbulence and pushes down on the tires. So they use this little thing and it pushes down on the tires. That's what a spoiler does. And today spoilers are just used for basically looks. Because spoilers and wings aren't effective unless you're going over 70 miles an hour, and that's a fact. Like, that's not just a number made up. 70 miles an hour. You need to be going over that for it to take any effect. So I guess you could get this thing over 70 miles an hour with a white car before this. I have a hard time believing that you go above 70 miles an hour a lot. And so I guarantee you that your next door neighbor, your teenage next door neighbor's Honda Civic, the wing or spoiler on the back of that thing is just for looks, because I don't think he's going over 70 miles an hour every day from his house to school, basically, or his or her house to school. So just taking a note that if you are deciding to get a wing or a spoiler and you want to actually do something, you need to be going over 70 miles an hour on a daily basis, and make sure that your car can go well above that, or you're not going to have any effect and you're just wasting your money. Okay, thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. This is Marky Mark the Car Guy. Please